Hi everyone! Welcome to our YouTube channel, Research Ready and Student Matters Hub by Doclin. So ito na naman si Doclin at magdidiscuss na naman ako ng bagong topic na pwedeng makatulong sa inyo bilang isang researcher. Pero bago ko gawin yon, may I request that you please like, share, and subscribe this video, lalo na kung marami kayong matututunan at pwede nyong ma-share sa iba. So, ano ba yung i-discuss ngayon ni Doc Lin? Ang ating video ngayon ay may kinalaman sa mga observations ko sa mga estudyante kapag sila ay magde-defense. So, what are the signals na yung mga attitudes natin ipinapakita na hindi pa tayo ready dun sa ating defense? Okay? So, kung hindi pa kami ready, ma'am, what should we do? Of course, you have to prepare. No, I have discussions about that. And the attitudes that I have observed with my students once they are already in the defense. So, does it affect, ma'am, our grades or does it affect the results of our defense? Syempre, oo. No? So, pero kung pwede naman natin siyang maiwasan, bakit hindi naman? Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi na kailangan maging perfect kayo during the defense because there's such perfect research presentation. Oh. Panels still has something to do even if you have prepared a lot. Oh. So, kung nagpuyat ka man o meron ka mang ginawang effort para maging maganda yung iyong research defense, at the end of the day, it's still the panel members no na masusunod kung ano yung gustong gawin doon sa paper mo. But at least on your part or sa part ng mga researchers, alam nyo na ginawa nyo yung best para kayo ay magkaroon ng magandang output dun sa inyong research. So please stay tuned and don't skip. No? Panoorin nyo yung 10 attitudes that I have observed with my students when they are having their research defense, which shows na hindi pa sila ready.
So this is the detailed explanation of the 10 behaviors that show you are unprepared for your thesis defense. Now, your thesis defense is your moment to showcase lahat ng paghihirap na nagawa mo at ng mga kagrupo mo para matapos yung research paper mo. But sometimes, kinakabahan ka. O meron kang nervous habits, o kaya meron kang lack of preparation, at lahat ng ito ay nakikita ng panel members. Nakahalata nila ito. So dito sa lesson video na to, I will reveal 10 common behaviors that I have observed with my students that signal that they might not be ready for their defense. If you catch yourself doing any of this, lahat ng i-discuss ko, don't worry, there's still time to improve for your thesis defense. But again, these are the practical experiences I have observed with my students when they are having their thesis. It's either title, proposal, or final defense. Number one, nervous fidgeting. Ito yung mga estudyante na hindi mapakali. It's either hawak-hawak nila yung ballpen nila tapos pinapaikot nila ng paulit-ulit or di kaya naman nanginginig yung mga paa nila. That's a clear sign na kinakabahan ka. Kasi kulang ka sa preparation. That's the main reason. Hindi lang kabayan minsan, baka nga hindi ka pa ready sa defense mo. So the preparation is the key. Para hindi natin sinasabi na hindi ka kakabahan or hindi ka ninervyusin during the defense, but at least if you have prepared, you will carry with yourself at least a little confidence that you can answer questions. The second one is avoiding eye contact. This is also very common. Alam mo ba yung hindi ka makatingin sa panel members mo? You're always looking at the floor. Lagi ka nakayuko. O kaya naman nakatingin ka lang sa screen ng cellphone mo or doon sa screen ng laptop mo or kung saan pa man. No? You cannot establish an eye contact with your panel members. Why? Kasi feeling mo, hinuhusgahan ka o may mali sa sinasabi mo. That's one. No? Pero sa totoo lang, mukha kang disengage o parang hindi ka kumpiyansa sa sarili mong research. Or, another reason is that natatakot kang matanong or natatakot kang matawag at mapa-explain sa'yo in further details yung mga questions ng panel members. So, these are the common reasons. 3, stumbling over words. Minsan, may mga researcher na hindi sila confident dun sa mga parts ng research paper nila. Maybe hindi sila naging part sa paggawa nito o kaya hindi talaga nila maintindihan. No? Kapag methodology na yung usapan, 'pag tinanong ka bigla ka na lang nauutal o kaya paulit-ulit yung sinasabi mo kasi ito yung part ng research na hindi ka confident sa sarili mo. Hindi mo masyadong naintindihan, hindi mo siya masyadong naaral, okey? Hindi mo alam kung ano yung sasabihin mo. Kulang ka sa practice. Kaya kahit ikaw duda ka kung tama ba yung sinasabi mo. Kasi hindi mo siya masyadong ma-comprehend. Ano ba 'tong research part ng research paper ko na 'to? Yung results, minsan nagtitingin na lang kayo ng mga kasama mo kasi hindi ka sure kung tama ba yung sinasagot mo kapag tinatanong ka. So, that's number 3. Number 4, over-explaining naman. Kapag tinatanong ka, ang haba-haba agad ng sagot mo. Parang gusto mong isama na lahat ng alam mo. No? Isa lang yung tinanong sa'yo, pero gusto mong isagot mula chapter 1 hanggang chapter 4 or 5 ng research paper mo. Baka kasi iniisip mong meron kang ma-miss. No? Minsan, nagiging super excited tayo o kaya gusto natin mag-guarantee na tama ba yung sinasabi natin. Kaya sinasabi mo lahat ng detail. Pero sa totoo lang, di mo lang talaga sure kung ano yung hinahanap ng panel. At di ka rin confident na kaya mong sagutin ng diretso at malinaw yung tinatanong sa'yo ng panel members. Kung ano lang yung tanong ng panel members, then you have to stick to it. You have to comprehend and then you have to answer what part of your research paper can answer to that question. Number 5, reading too much from slides or notes. Yung halos buong presentation mo, you are reading your slides or your notes mo. You are not looking at your panel members or halatang hindi ka confident. Parang kulang yung tiwala mo sa sarili mo do'n sa pagkakaintindi mo sa research paper mo. Kaya hindi mo kayang ikwento ng tuloy-tuloy ng wala kang kopya. This is a negative sign na talagang itong researcher ay hindi siya prepared. No? At minsan may mga panel members na once na ganito yung attitude ng researcher, mas lalo niyang tinatanong. Kasi binibigyan niya ng idea yung panel members na hindi ka prepared. At kailangan nilang i-test kung meron kang natutunan or meron kang naintindihan no sa iyong research paper because that's the end point, no? Yan yung palaging purpose kung ba't kayo gumagawa ng research. Kailangan at the end of your research paper ay meron kayong learning na nakukuha. Number 6, defensiveness. Kapagka tinatanong ka o kini-critique ka ng iyong panel members, napaka-defensive mood mo. Agad kang nagde-defend na parang inaaway mo na sila. No, pero ang totoo hindi mo lang talaga na-anticipate yung concerns nila. Kasi mas nauuna sa yung defensive mode na kailangan masagot ko kung ano yung tanong nila without even knowing, comprehending ano ba talaga yung gusto nilang sagot dun sa aking tanong. Kaya parang personal mong dinadala. No? It means hindi ka pa ready makapag-usap ng mahinahon o kaya tumanggap ng constructive feedback. When you're having your defense or thesis defense or research defense, always remember that you have to be open-minded kung ano man yung sasabihin sa'yo ng panel members. Kasi at the end of the day, they will be the one to help you to organize your paper. No one can help you except them. They will be the one to make the final decision whether your paper pass the qualification or the standards that is being set kung ano yung kanilang hinahanap dun sa paper mo. So, hindi kailangan maging yung defense ay maging literal, no, na magkakaroon ka ng negative emotion or ill emotion towards your panel members. Avoiding direct answers. Kapagka merong mga mahirap na tanong, ito rin sa isa sa observation ko, yung sagot ng estudyante paikot-ikot, no? Sobrang vague. What's the reason behind this? Kasi hindi ka sigurado sa findings mo o sa mga naging decision mo sa research mo. It's very hard for you to admit na hindi mo alam. Kaya pilit kang umiiwas. No? You cannot really answer directly the questions because behind it, you don't really know the answer to the question. Okay? Number 8, lack of passion or enthusiasm. Habang nagpe-present ka, parang kang robot. Wala kang emosyon. Wala kang energy. You know why? Because your focus is to end the defense. No? Monotone lang lahat. Ibig sabihin, either hindi ka connected sa research mo o sobrang kabado ka na nawawala na yung engagement mo sa panel members mo. Sayang kasi kahit gaano kaganda yan, kung ang delivery mo very flat, hindi rin nila mararamdaman. So kasi mas relate sila kung mas nai-explain ng maayos ng researcher, no? And a proper pacing yung kanilang research findings as well as the part of their research paper. That will become more interesting. Overthinking and posing too long. Kapag may mga tanong, ang tagal mo bago ka makasagot. Minsan 'di ka pa nga sumasagot, eh, yung mga estudyante. Nakatitig lang sila dun sa panel members, 'no. So, wala silang sagot, ang dead air, ang tagal ng interval. Kita mo sa mukha na nagpa-panic na yung students kasi nag-iisip siya ng tamang sagot. Why? Maaring hindi siya nakapag-prepare sa mga possible questions. Kaya ngayon, takot siyang magkamali kung ano yung sasabihin niya. Kumbaga siya sa kaba kasi he or she is preparing what to answer to the question. And lastly, not acknowledging weaknesses. There is no perfect research. Your research possesses novelty. However, it doesn't mean that the panel members cannot identify or observe any weaknesses from your research. Kaya kung makakabasa kayo ng mga journal article, tinatanong nila yung limitations ng research mo. And you cannot say there is no limitation. There is. There are always limitations in the research. And limitations will become a source of a gap later on that will be answered by another researcher. So kapag nagpe-present ka, hindi naman yung parang perfect na yung research mo na walang kahinaan o walang limitation. Kasi medyo delikado yun, no? Baka kasi natatakot ka lang aminin na may kulang o kaya pwedeng ma-improve pa dun sa research mo. It means hindi ka pa confident na harapin yung mga parts ng study mo na alam mong merong flaw or merong mga flaws or merong mga problems or merong limitations. Pero I repeat, walang research paper na perfect. So now, what are my tips to avoid looking unprepared during your thesis defense? I know that students know all of this. However, minsan hindi natin to nabibigyan ng pansin kasi ang focus natin is talagang makatapos tayo dun sa ating research paper. Number one, practice repeatedly, not just memorize. You don't need to memorize your research paper. No, from chapter 1 up to chapter 5 or chapter 4. But I appreciate the students who knows how to answer research questions and then magsasabi sila kung saan nila kinuha, page ganito, chapter ganito. So it means na inaral talaga nila yung kanilang research paper. Huwag lang basta kabisaduhin yung script mo. Dapat intindihin mo talaga yung study mo and then sanayin mong magsalita ng malakas. Mas maganda kung you're going to face the mirror with your friends o kaya you use a timer kasi it helps para mabawasan yung pagkautal, yung dead air. 'Pag sinabing dead air, yung mas mahaba yung post mo kaysa sa nagsasalita ka, tsaka yung too much reliance on notes. So you have to practice repeatedly, not just memorize. Second, anticipate possible questions and rehearse your answers. You watch lesson videos about this. What are the common questions that are being asked during defense so that you will be prepared? I'm not saying na lahat ng tinatanong doon sa napanood mo, itatanong din sa'yo. Pero ang sabi kasi dito, possible questions. At least, if not all, there are some which you can prepare. Gumawa ka ng listahan ng mga possible na tanong ng panel tungkol sa methodology, sa results, or yung sa mga limitations ng study mo. Then, paghandaan mo yung mga sagot dito sa mga tanong na to, you have to be calm, you have to be confident, para hindi ka magpanic kapag tinatanong ka ng bigla. Kasi usually, anticipate na tayo 'pag hindi ko nasagot baka bumagsak kami o kaya naman baka pangit yung grade namin o kaya naman baka paulitin kami. First things first, you have to be calm so that you can think correctly, 'no? Alam mo kung ano yung isasagot mo kasi the more na nagpa-panic ka, the more na hindi mo ma-anticipate at maipapag-iisipan, na kung ano ba yung kailangan mo isagot o dapat mong gawin. Acknowledge your study's limitation. So, walang research na perpekto katulad ng sinabi ni ma'am kanina, 'no? Maging honest ka sa mga limitations ng study mo. Kasi it shows yung pagiging mature mo bilang isang researcher. Meron kang knowledge tungkol dun sa research mo at you know how to think as a researcher that my study has its limitations and I'm going to reveal it in my study so that other researchers can address that limitation. Okay, so that's part of the research. Then, don't read from your slides. Use them as guide. Yung slides mo, support mo lang yon habang nagpe-present ka. Pero hindi mo siya dapat basahin ng buo. Okay? Dapat kaya mo ipaliwanag yung bawat punto ng malinaw nang hindi mo ito binabasa. Yung slides mo, these are only outline. Kaya nga when I'm giving instruction to my students when you're going to present your research, I do not like to see many texts in slides. So, sinasabihan ko lang sa kanila kung ano yung mga kailangan kong makita sa bawat slides because we have already your full paper, no? Hinahawak-hawak namin yung full paper ninyo, so hindi nyo na siya kailangan ilagay dun sa inyong mga slides. It's only an outline which will guide you on how are you going to present your research. And then lastly, you have to stay calm. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, you have to breathe before answering. Kapag tinatanong ka ng mahirap na tanong, you have to breathe. Hinga ka muna ng malalim, and then makapag-isip ka ng maayos. Hindi mo kailangan madaliin yung sagot. No? Yung pagiging calm mo or kalmado, it shows na you are prepared, you are confident, even under pressure.
Okay, that ends our lesson video on 10 attitudes na ipinapakita na kinakabahan or hindi pa handa ang mga estudyante kapag sila ay nasa defense. I hope that you have learned something from this video. And so with that, again, may I request that you please like, share, and subscribe this video. Kindly share it also with others who are struggling in having their defense. Although they have already prepared the paper, pero kabado sila at in doubt sila kung sila ba ay makakapasa or hindi sa kanilang defense. Always remember, we unlock insights to empower your minds. Thanks for watching everyone. God bless and see you on our next lesson video. Bye-bye.